Grand Sheik, Temple number 13. We out in Grand Sheik and Temple. GSOT 13 stands for Grand Sheik of Temple 13, Temple number 13. But that light on us right now from outside, straight up the truck. But this episode right now is all about economy. We out in the field right now with the alkaline water distribution service. Number 13, we have artesian alkaline natural spring water with an 8.3 pH balance, magnesium, potassium, calcium, zinc, and manganese, which is a fertility mineral that supports healthy reproduction, i.e., it support people that's having issues with infertility. And okay, this might be a better spot. So we have amazing. We're gonna do our best with this comment production. We have an amazing product that we provide to the communities at Oakland County and throughout a lot of our Moorish American communities throughout North America is being subject to contaminated water, poisonous water. That is just an imminent threat, an absolute imminent threat to our survival, to this nation, to consume poisonous water, toxic water, acid water. If your fundamental base of water supply has been polluted, then you in trouble. Your life is at risk. So we are, through our Ministry of Defense, have created a health and wellness distribution center through our partnerships, through the different services that basically combining the different services from agricultural services to every other function and part to increase production. So, if you guys want to help, make sure you Cash App us and donate as much as, subscribe for as much as you was able at Cash App, the money sign MSTA13, that's MSTA13. You can find out also more ways to donate to the cause, to our great cause, to our great program of uplifting fallen humanity at MSTA13gov.com. That's www.msta13gov.com. You can also reach out, by telephone or text at 800-803-7107. And so the point is, we out in the field right now, and we putting some work in. We were just out the other day ago on Saturday with our economic chief advisor, and we was out in the field with the car by cargoes, which is our moving, junk removal, pickup and delivery service. Also providing the various rental dumpsters at 248-875-9138. That's 248-875-9138. If you are looking for those kinds of services and or want to find out more information about that, you can reach out to Brother T. Malzio at 248-875-9138. Or you can simply just go to our website at msta13gov.com. So yeah, we out here in the field, man, delivering water, checking out some of the operations that we care to bring to you today, but also deliver a message. We gotta get order. We gotta get economically in order to support the nurturing and development the spiritual development of our nation of people. Without the financials in order, without the management of the wealth, the economy in place, strong, viable, diversified, etc., um, then we can never achieve true ascension, true spiritual ascension. Without this part, we can never actually rebuild our nation and strengthen our people, but throughout the communities of North America, without an autonomous economy, without an economy of our own, without an economy that we built, designed, sure the systems were sustainable, generational sustainable, and it produces the level of revenues and income that it needs to support and sustain our people. Going to work for an agenda in place to support your own economy is ludicrous, it's frivolous, it's fraud, and it's traitorous. And it needs to be addressed ASAP because in order to be a strong nation of people, we need a strong economy. In order to have strong politics or political position or any form of power positioning of authority, then we need to have a strong economy to back us up. That's the enforcement of law, that we have the economy that forces the enforcement of law. Without it, we're not in a position, we're a fragile state. So this topic, we got to end the divisiveness within the family, the divisiveness when it comes to economy. A lot of us that got married under pretense of love, but you don't have love without economy to support that love. That love is frivolous and it's based on air. It's based on wastes. There's no tangibles. It's really non-existent. And so to deprive your loved one, your children, your family of an autonomous economy built by your hands, but through your efforts, whether you work for 10, 15, 20 years to supply and to finance an autonomous economy at home for your children. Let your children run it. If I work for 20 years, I need to have the mindset to draw this revenue down and put up a percentage of this revenue towards financing my children's business, financing a business where they can reach out and create future careers for their loved ones and their friends and their community. It's to make a promising career in a foreign economy and not taking the value of that career to create a viable economy for your family is fraud and meritless. Because at the end of the day, look how we got to this point of poverty. Poverty exists because no economy exists of the mind. No economy exists of the mind, meaning that the education has systematically been removed from the minds of our people, and the sincerity and the sense of urgency and the sense of essentialness when it comes to our own economy from top to bottom, inclusive of an exclusive administration of such infrastructure. Islam. I was looking for the term infrastructure. Putting the infrastructure in place. The call for unity is on the floor. The biggest subject matter now is unity. We watch everybody LGBTQ community come together, they unified. All the other unions that make up North America is unified. The other nationalities have been practicing principles of unity. We have to come together and unify within our people, within our families, and within our homes, and within our relationships, our personal relationships with our wives and our counterparts and the significant others. We have to come to grips and terms with our children, the ones that are able to get out and be productive and be industrious. This divine instruction from our holy prophet, Noble Jew Ali, is essential to life, to protecting our lives and protecting the lives of our, the life of our future. At the end of the day, it's sickening to see, it's frustrating to see at this point a continued willingness to be traitorous. We focus on, some of the external excuses to be victims, supported by an internal mentality of victimization. Now we need to stand up we need to end the victim mentality. And this is how we do it. Not saying to forget I'm saying to use it as positive fuel to convert it from negativity into positivity to that energy source that you need to build a better economy, to secure. That's the way you not because you talk about guns in the military or militia or security, but you need finances for that. You need to be able to secure their families. The war is economics. The war is economics. The war is not tanks and guns and all this other crap. The war is economics. If you're unable to finance any of the stuff, farming, if you're unable to finance your agriculture, if you understand the finance school, unable to finance, well, how do you create finances? Economy. That's why our national principles states to have any kind, it takes finance to uplift a nation. So if the people are not, if you don't have an economy for your people to work in, they have to outsource to go work in these foreign institutions. So they convert our energies into fuel their empires, their nations. And so no agenda is in place to fix that problem. That's a problem. That's an error. But that's an error, Moorish, excuse me. So we gotta correct the error of the mind, though. It got me very frustrated this morning or today. Not frustrated, it's frustration. I get up every day. And I go to work for my business. I go to work within the economy that we built. I go to work every day. I'm just logging in this information. I'm at one of our drop-offs now. Alkaline King, Water Distribution Service. What's today's date? The 1st. 2021. What time y'all got? 10:35. What's this delivery? Quantity. Order 3 units. And see invoice. Yeah, I'm just logging in this information for this first drop off of the day. So it's about economy. Y'all gotta take this thing serious, man. Y'all gotta have your paperwork in order, your trust, your LLCs, all your little legalities. I like trust. You don't have to worry about all this stuff with the state. You just create your own. I'm about creating my own everything. So, but this ain't about me. This is about us, man. This is about us. This is about adopting good mentalities and good economic practices that gets the right results of income, revenues, finances, monetary positioning, where we have the economic authority, power and authority to move things in the directions that we want to move them. That's the issue. But keep going to work for these people with no agenda in place to build our own economy. That's bull crap. That's slavery. Ain't nobody going to no plants and all this crap and not ciphering the funds from my energy that I'm using and put it into an investment that in turn makes me a profit, my money making money for me. That's what economy do. We take our finances, build businesses, be our own investors into our own economy, and the money continuously come back, and the money that come back creates dividends, profits, and it stimulates the operation. And so going out and spending money at other foreign restaurants, that's not our family restaurants, meaning Moorish restaurants, Moorish businesses. That's what I mean when I'm saying that. I'm saying Moorish American businesses, Moorish insurance, Moorish insurance companies, Moorish banks, Moorish cemeteries, Moorish housing agencies, Moorish grocery stores, Moorish agriculture, Moorish construction, Moorish, making our economy Moorish again. Economy, a strong, viable, diverse economy puts us in a position to win long term. You know, let me grab this water though. So, you know, not only do I got my fez, my crown, my national hairdress, this also my thinking cap. I love putting my fez on when I'm in my thinking mode. But like I say, it's all it takes. Energy, thoughtful thinking, tapping into the supreme intelligence that exists inside of you that we call Allah. And the nearest place we can meet Allah, the living God, the living energy, the living God inside of me is in the heart. And I understand this supreme intelligence, this supreme being that I am. Man and Allah is one. And so, took my workout this morning, my exercise, got it in real good, generated positive energy, shook off the negative. You know, negative ain't always bad. Don't always mean bad like we think it is, especially when it's out of context. You know, everything has a electron, protons too. It creates balance. Just because I say negative, what I mean by that is it's an energy that we think of that's lying dormant, and we know how to activate it and turn it what we call positive. Unused energy to make us better is a negative. So we want to use the negative to build up. That's how we build muscle. You tired of something, take an action, right? You tired of this being the same. You just saying it, but you're not taking the action, so the energy is lying dormant. This causes frustration because you feel like you can do something about it. But go and do something about it. Start learning how you could do something about it. That is taking the negative and convert it over into a positive, and thereby finding solutions or arming yourself with resolution. Was a resoluting mentality. Meaning that when I see a problem, I see a solution. Now, what's the action steps? What are the necessary steps I need to take to make sure that this comes into fruition as far as the solution? So we want to end poverty within the Moorish American nation. We don't want poverty to no longer be a topic. We don't want poverty to no longer be a topic within our community. So what do we launch? An economic agenda. Where do we start? At home. So me and Brother L said, well, what is your family's financial statement, Prince? Well, how much do you generate a year? So then you have to answer those questions. Well, what's your gross for the year? What's your net gross? What's your net profit? Right? Okay. Was that profit enough to sustain your family? Was it enough to advance your family, the technology, and everything else? So I had to start create some personal goals. Then I had to get with my wife, my significant other, at that time, or during this time, and say, you know, what is your individual vision? What do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself at? You know, like, what's your goal? What do you want to do in life? And then once we sat down and I was able to ask some questions, you know, and then she had to go think about it, or the individual has to go and think about that. It's not a rush situation, but you need to find an answer. You need to come up with an answer. You need to next time we had this family meeting, set a date and time, and this family economic meeting, and you need to have an answer of what you want to do with your life. You know, if it's following, you know, if it's supporting me and my vision, or where where I feel like we should go, then okay. But say that I want to make sure that you have a stake in this thing, right? So, you know, women might say, or your counterpart might say, well, I have my own vision. I want to do. I see myself becoming A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then our response supposed to be, whether male or female, was okay. Okay, now I know what you want to do. Now I can ideas within the family's greater. So within the family master plan, it encompasses everybody's vision. And on top of everybody's vision is a viable, diverse economy, a family's economy that supports and encompasses everybody's vision. The most diverse family portfolio that you can put together starts with an economic conversation or meeting with your wife, with your husband, and with your children, and with your brothers and sisters, if they're on that level. But you want to start in your household. And if it's not there, then you want to start with your brothers and sisters and your loved ones. And if it's not there, you want to see if your peers, the people you've been dealing with, is on the same level as you thinking. If not, then you need to find the nations of the earth that you can merge with, team up with, unify with, to help support your vision, and make sure that vision, those goals are accomplished, so the vision can come into fruition. So a lot of times you're gonna realize that the people that you thought that you was gonna be able to team up and build an economy, it didn't work out the way that you thought it would, because they was not there mentally. This is about aligning yourself with those people that are there mentally. If your family's there mentally, great. If they're not, right now you can't slow your movement down. They're gonna have to see you work. They're just gonna have to see the results of what your vision was that you worked to produce. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be hurtful, but like we said earlier, use that pain. Use that pain. We need to. People like us need to feel pain. People like us, when I mean that leadership, people like us need to feel pain. You need to cry. You don't need to be numb to the realities and to the conditions that's in place. That means that you have not accepted this as a normal thing. This is the way we live. This condition is abnormal. It's not a normal situation. And so if you feel that pain, that hurt, and you cry, and you get frustrated, and you get angry, and you go through the 7 levels of emotions, then that's a good thing. That means that you are still Muslim, Moorish American. That means that you are still human. That means Allah, you still feel Allah within you, feels your body. It consumes the space, that dark matter that make up the universe, that sensing of the man himself, that truth. And as long as you feel that pain, as long as you feel those different emotions, that is a good sign. Okay, that is a good thing, because it's real not having your economies, not even having the education is the crime, Morris. It's such a sincere crime, and traitorous. The Prophet teaches us in every aspect that you can think of, economy. It takes finances to uplift a nation. And our divine laws, it teaches us, it instructed us, instructions. It demands that we be industrious. What does industrious mean? Productive, in industry, developing our Moorish industry. It's the only real strategy, effective strategy, that keeps you out of bondage, that keeps you out of slavery, that keeps you out of poverty, that keeps you out of jail, that keeps you out of all the undesirable capacity that one can find himself in. Because with the focus on economy, you focus every breath to execute the plan on making sure that is organized, built up, and ready to go and managed properly. Your family's economy, even if you are working for someone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you must have agenda in place. We are supposed to have an agenda in place to take a percentage of that funds into our own economy, because we're willing to put in 8 hours overtime, all these great and long hours to kill the future generation. That's all we're doing. We killing the future generation, which is our sons and daughters, and putting them in a mentality that this is wealth. This is not wealth. This is poverty. Living check to check. One day the stock market doing good, next day it ain't. Everything crashed. Everybody looking crazy, talking about what do we do next? We're not energy independent. We don't have any natural resources in our possession ready to be distributed. We're not thinking about how we gonna get toilet paper and all these other things in a crisis like we operating in. We at the mercy to Walmart. We at the mercy to Myers. We at the mercy to Amazon and all these global elites, because we simply care more about our program to not pay attention and not address the fact that we don't have a family economy. Going to work is not an economy for another. Now, you going to work for your business, then that makes, because you have to protect your economy. How do you protect it? You have to go to work in it. You have to be the cashier. You have to be the tax preparer. You have to be the administrator. You have to be the marketer. You have to assume several positions to make sure that you protect your business. Protecting your business protects the economy. That's a lifeline. So scratch everything else. Scratch it all. If you're not talking economy, you're not talking more science. You're not demonstrating love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, not on any level. Even if you work for a foreign source, a percentage of those funds go back to building your business. Even if you're not going to work it, you want to hire your children to work in the business that you built from going to work every day. What happens when GM shut down and all these major elite corporations shut down due to whatever cause? I mean, you out. I mean, we just seen what happens. It's things that can happen that can impact the global economy. Then we can't get to work. Now we got to sit at home, wait on somebody to send us a check. We got to wait in line at Walmart. Listen, we have a plan in place to end all that, right? We need to build our own water plants and facilities to distribute throughout the country and throughout the world. All you simply do is go to our website to help support that mission. You simply donate, or you simply purchase water from the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple number 13 at msta13gov.com. That's msta13gov.com. We're going to create or expand and advance our agenda around agriculture, dealing with traditional and the hemp and cannabis. Our own schools, we have that up. Just go to msta13gov.com. Every opportunity exists to build and empower our economy. Now, hold on, I got to do some paperwork now. I'm at my next stop. I hope y'all can see me, because I can barely see y'all with all this light flashing. And what time is 10:50? 10:50 a.m. All right, my bad about that. I just log this next customer in. But it's all about economy, Moors. So all my Moors around the world, get out here and go and be industrious. Build your economy. Build your economy. Build it now. Build it now. Get help with that. With legal formations, legal entity formations, LLCs, trust, organizations, associations, any kind of legal formation you need assistance with, reach out to us at L Enterprise by simply, once again, going to our website. Go to our website, go to Divine Ministry of Economic Development and Market Research, and you can find on our front page. I'll make sure I put both services right on front page. And if you need any assistance with getting insurances, getting your insurances, business accounts, proposals, etc., I got you. Just reach out to us. We can make it all happen. For everything we can do within our power to make sure the Moors have assistance when it comes to economies is built and developed. Okay. We got our tax services. We got the tax trust set up for y'all. We got income tax services for all the Moorish Americans who need, and the general public who need assistance with their taxes this year. And like I said, you can go around our website to the tax prep member service. Click on that tab, make your appointment, and we can help you out in all 50 states. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. So take the message of the day. The message of the day is economy. The message tomorrow is economy. The message Wednesday is economy. The message Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is economy. Following Monday is economy. How can you build a stronger economy for your family and for your community, for your nation? A Moorish economy. Don't let people drive you to a place that don't got nothing to do with economy. You can't have social justice without a strong and viable economy. You cannot have reforms, all these reforms, without a strong economy. You cannot have a strong educational system in place without a strong economy, and teaching children about economy and teaching children about finances and financial literacy and credit at the age of 1. You cannot build strong leadership for the future without economy. Who's going to pay for the books? Who's going to pay for school buildings, the lights, and everything else? Economy, national principles, and economy. Those other things like lights and gas and all of that, dealing with the natural resources, that's where the national principles come in at. As far as nationality, nationalization, the nation representative to address these issues of our the natural resource issue, because that's dealing with economy as well, right? So the thing about the Moorish Americans that's on the issue right now is that we at home on our land. And so the birthright creates the inheritance, creates the estates, creates the right of claim to the natural resources that's attached to the land. And so it eliminates a light bill, a gas bill, a water bill. It eliminates all of those basic essentials of living, housing. It eliminates that. So all of those expenses are eliminated. So that means those expenses, those liabilities are converted into assets. And so that's the principle of nationality and being a Moorish American, is that you convert the liabilities into assets, which makes a stronger economy for you, because you take total control through nationality of your natural resources, and this affects the individual and the collective. The issue at hand now is to sue, is to give notice and to sue whenever that right of claim is not is denied. That's a deprivation of rights under color of law. That's a civil rights lawsuit. It's dealing directly with constitutional securities, protections, guarantees, etc. That right of claim is reserved in the Constitution, specifically Article 1, Section 10, Article 3, Section 2, Article 4, Section 1, Section 2, Article 6 of the Constitution, First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, Seventh Amendment, Eighth Amendment, Ninth Amendment, 10 amendments. That also includes 18 USC Section 242 ET suspension, meaning everything that follows. So that's what nationality, Moorish Temple of America teaches us, that we're part and partial of this said government. Okay? That we must live this life accordingly. The prophet redeemed. Redeem means to cash out, means to satisfy, means to end the not the bankruptcy. It means to end the default. We were in a default before the Prophet Noble Drew Ali came and declared our authority, our sovereign authority by Allah, because Allah is the sovereign. The great God of the universe is the sovereign. This Constitution was made under God for liberty and justice for all. God's the sovereign. And the nearest place that we can meet God Allah is in the heart, Moors. So this thing is economics. It's dealing with the land right. The land right belongs to the Moorish Americans. The land right. We talk about Aboriginal, Indigenous, Natives, etc., 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 etc. So what happens, like I was saying earlier, is that the light bill, the gas bill, anything, the water bill, all of that is eradicated, eliminated, neutralized, satisfied, etc. So this supports a strong economy. Your basic fundamentals, housing, water, food, clothing, shelter is taken care of. Food, clothing, shelter is taken care of. So this is what we have to do now. So economy, Morris, I'm sorry I got a little distracted. I'm still out in the field. I'm not going to take no more of y'all time. We're going to go to a part 2 of this when I get to a couple more different stops. Be on the lookout. And we'll go to a part 2 on building a strong economy. Peace.